This is my acceptance letter from the Next Genius Scholarship Program regarding the pre-college program in Oxford and Cambridge. I was among the top 100 applicants shortlisted. And here is your guide on how to get there. Step 1 is to start early. Do your basic research. Do your basic research on 4 main points. Figure out what it is that you want to study. What are you interested in? Many programs offer a wide mix and match of subjects for the pre-college program. Think carefully about the subjects and topics that interest you. Then look up the institutions that offer courses and which of them has a good faculty in that subject, because not all subject faculties are good in a college. Next, see how much you are getting out of the program. Is it just an okay course? Is it actually good? You need to know all the things. So look into that very carefully. Now, look up the scholarships that align with your interests. This is very important if you need financial assistance. Make a list and remember to list down the eligibilities as well. Every other program has its own age criteria, school year criteria that can determine whether or not you are even eligible to apply for it or to apply for aid or scholarship. Note them down before going forward with the applications, because it happened to me that I prepared for a lot of scholarship programs and pre-college programs without having checked the eligibilities first. So keep that in mind. The third point is to see if there are any language requirements. Now, this is very important since you already are going to need this in the future. It's better to prepare early, like IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo, etc. Some ask for them, others don't. So it's better to give them anyways, like I said, because you will need them for college applications anyway. Now, I've made this mistake many times, so be careful here. Note the submission deadlines. Deadlines are very important. Just jot these down and put them over your desk or on your refrigerator or on your bedroom door or over your almirah or somewhere. Just someplace that you can look at them and then remember when you are due. Just make sure you plan around these deadlines. So the next step 2, is planning. Now, what does this entail? First, sketch out what you need to do for the application: essay topics, interview topics, personal statements, etc. Do this as soon as possible and start brainstorming. Write down the bits and pieces. Keep a notebook handy. Start commonplacing. Even if it's in between pieces, just start writing. Next, book dates for any language test if required, but do it anyway if not required. We covered that since you'll need it later. Start preparing for these tests in advance. As soon as you enter your summer break after 10th grade, that's the time ideally when you should be preparing for these exams. Use that time. Use free resources such as online test prep books. There are a lot of them available for free on the internet. You can look them up. Or from a library like your school library, city library, whatever you have, And then Khan Academy is very useful. Go through the literature part of Khan Academy, English speaking and literature. And then obviously you have YouTube, right? Just trust me, they're just as good. You don't need any sort of expensive preparation books costing you 8,000 rupees or coaching classes or anything. Just cover your basics. Now next, you have to get your drafts ready for proofreading as soon as possible. This is to ensure that things are all ready for editing and later submission on time, right? Lastly, educate yourself on any sort of interview questions. This is important if your application entails interviews or scholarship entails interviews, and start preparing scripts and video responses accordingly. Make sure you practice a lot before the actual interview to avoid nervousness and last minute breakdowns in front of the interviewing committee. Just sit in front of a mirror, practice, just like the basic acting practice we all do for theatre. The next step or the last step here is to execute what we just planned. Right now, planning is easy, but doing all that with schoolwork and managing a personal life and extracurriculars and exams and all that, it gets hectic. So here we need labor division. Decide what's important and what can be avoided for the upcoming weeks leading up to the deadlines, and set priorities accordingly. Managing school, personal life, scholarship can be a bit of a task, but it's only for a short while, so make a priority list and work accordingly. Make sure you start early, right? Right after 10th grade, you should have a basic idea of how you want things to go in 11th and 12th grade, right? Be it scholarship applications, be it entrance exams for colleges, be it for entrance exams outside of India, inside of India. That's just, you have to plan out everything. Keep in mind, it's only for a short while, right? You'll be free from all this very soon. So here's an example of how your plan should look like, going into the execution mode. So here are some tips on how to improve your selection chances. So tip number 1 is proofreading. Have your parents, siblings, teachers, whatever have you, your friends, could be any adult around you, give you feedback on your responses, personal statements, essays, whatever you have written down for the actual application. Take into account their feedback and make changes where necessary, right? Editing and going over the stuff, it just makes your piece better, right? Remember, constructive criticism is the key. Take them as their opinion, right? And then you can improve upon it. Nothing is perfect when it's just right out of your head. It needs editing. Number 2 is to look for guidance. See if you can reach out to anyone who has gone through the same process. Ask questions about areas where you are facing problems, right? Or ask them what they wish they had done differently. Ask for advice, and remember, the more you interact, the more you get to know, right? You can ask them, okay, I'm finding this thing difficult, right? How do I start writing? And trust me, a lot of people who have gone through this process are very eager to help, because it's that the internal frustration that, oh my god, I didn't do this right, I didn't get this right, I should have done this better, I could have done that or this. They're very eager to help. So you have to take that first step. You have to approach them, and they will help, I promise. Like, not the first person, they might be cocky, but you can keep approaching different people. So guidance is very important here. You don't need to spend $1,000,000, right, on coaching and counselors and all that. Just reach out to people from your school who have gone through the same process. The third is that you're enough. Just remember that. Be confident in your responses. After all the proofreading and the editing and the advice seeking from seniors, etc., just be confident. Do your best and then click submit. That's it. Do not overthink. Confidence is must, so just go ahead and hope for the best. Take more chances, fill out more applications. You never know, and keep backups, right? Just don't fill out the application for 1 or 2 programs. These are usually very highly selective. A lot of people apply, but very few get in, right? So you want to maximize your chances. Don't underestimate your potential. Don't be like, okay, एक में rejection आ गया, what will I do now? Don't be like that. Apply to 5 programs. Maybe you'll get into 2, maybe you'll get into all 5, right? So just go ahead and apply, and all the best. Also, let me know if you want to see more videos like this, more information oriented videos on how to get into college. And I recently got into NLSIU Bangalore. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions relating to that or this. I'll be happy to help. Thank you.